Okay, this video will show you how to open up your slim Xbox, the arcade or the Pro, so you can install optical drive emulator like the x360key. So today we're going to use this little tool, which is the Chinese El Cheapo opening tool. Now it's really soft metal, so be careful when you're using it not to bend anything too much. You got this little gadget which looks complex, but it's really just a just something to kind of unclip all the clips, and again your T8 and T10 I think screwdrivers. So the first, it's all clip based except for a couple of screws inside. The first thing you want to do is remove the top cover. Now the way you do that is I guess you can use something like this. It's a couple of grates here that kind of have you know, the middle of them filled in with a bit of plastic. So go to the first one that doesn't have that, and then just lift up like that. So these tiny little clips aren't doing that much of a great job holding everything in, just kind of keeps everything there nicely. There's a little hole here, it's not where you're doing it here, and don't obviously do it too far in because you're not removing any of that. Next bit I guess you can do is the bottom. Now this is where the hard drive usually goes on some of the consoles, so this is a lot easier. There's a little tab here, open it up like that, and then the second bit you can just take it off like that with your hands. Now if there's a hard drive in here, it's as simple as just lifting it out using the tab and then putting it away. So I've taken this bit off just to show you exactly how to take it off, and then I'll put it back on. Basically you've got a big fat clip here and here, and then a clip that just kind of comes off, and the other side, big fat clip, and a tiny little one here. Now this is the annoying one. So basically what you're doing is you're through here, poking it through this little hole here, and you're going like this, and then bending a little bit, and it'll just kind of move that tab and lift up the console. So you do one to one side and one to the other over here. The biggest pain in the ass is this one here, because this is so thin that this hardly, it looks like it fits there, but when you're trying to do it, it doesn't really fit. So you almost need a needle or for it to just kind of pop out, or you can kind of stretch this up while you're doing it and try and get it from the underside like that. But I'll just show you how it's done here. So applying upwards pressure with your nails, push up, and then stick this little thing in and grab under the clip. Get that little clicking sound, and then on the other side, it just opens like that. I guess if you have a tiny little flathead screwdriver, it might also do the job. Now there's two more holes here. They don't actually have anything in them. It's this skip one, go to the next one. Clip. That part comes off as well. If you're lucky, it'll just come off. Otherwise, you have to get that little bit there. And as I said, with that last bit, you might struggle with it. Don't, try not to rip it off with too much force. As I said, since you can go like that, you can just go underneath and clip that little bit off. Alright, to the other side. So I've now taken the top bit off, just to show you where the clips are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a couple little clips in the middle, but they don't really, and at the end, they don't really do a good job. So, same deal, applying pressure over here, and then just sticking this little probe in, and then pretty much just, I guess if you turn it like that while you're pulling out, that unclips it. So keep on applying pressure and clip that in, turn, and then here, turn, that's it. So we just, again, just sticking that in like that, and then you can either yank it like that, but it's soft metal, so you can, if you turn it a little bit, it pops it out of place. So I've got almost all the covers off. Done the easy part first. Now I've got this Wi-Fi module here, so you can just use the screwdriver just to unscrew this. It's just one screw. Once the screw gets loose, like that, just yank it out. Be careful not to lose that screw, and just put that Wi-Fi dongle in a safe spot. So this is the part that a lot of people try to overcomplicate with expensive tools, and they try and there's a bunch of kind of probes you can pop in, and it pops this thing out. It's like 5 metal prongs. It's a lot easier to do it this way, I think, and less time consuming. Inside here there's 2 tabs. I'll show you a picture. What you need to do is just unclip the 2 tabs while you're kind of spreading the 2 sides of the 360 apart. And what you need to do is just open it like that, and then put it over there so that it doesn't pop back into place. After you've done that, flip the Xbox around, and you've got one more tab underneath here, and then one all the way down here. Now you can't get to that last tab with this little prong, so you have to just poke a little hole in here. But I guess first we will, you can't really see in the video because everything's black, but you're doing the same thing, kind of. This one won't pop open too much, just a tiny little bit, but try and keep on applying pressure. And I'll just show you now in a little picture where to poke the hole. Now just grab this end of the stick and poke, and everything should open up like that. Now don't rip it all the way forward, just move it a little bit and then lift up. And then you're on to the easy part now. So the next bit is taking off the 5 long black screws that hold the chassis together. So you've got 1 up here, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one is hiding under this warranty sticker. Now you can try and take off this warranty sticker without ruining it, but it rips very, very easily, and if you try and heat it off with a heat gun, it turns pink. So just save yourself the hassle and just rip it off like that. So this, I guess we'll do this one first. You can do them in any order, but this one's a lot kind of harder than the other. Not harder, but it's a lot tighter than the other ones. So instead of it just falling out, you have to give it, once it gets to a certain stage, just give it a yank and pull it out. And then we'll just open up the other ones now. Alright, so done. We got 5 long black screws. Keep them in a safe spot, maybe in a cup or something, just so they don't roll off and you know, you lose them. Alright, the next part is pretty easy. What you need to do is just gently turn everything around, and you're basically just lifting up the 360 case like that. Now it doesn't have any screws holding it down, and just wiggle it a little bit and gently pop that off, and that comes off. So that's one side of the 360, and you have to be really careful with this bit here. It's a bit of a weird design, but because these are touch sensitive panels here, this one here and this one here, the faceplate on this is connected using a tiny little connector. So you can probably leave this on, there's no need to take it off, because putting it back on is pretty hard. So just make sure you're very gentle with that. Now the last part is taking out the DVD drive. It fits nice and snug in there, but basically just lift it up nicely, and then I'll turn it around. You've got the SATA and Molex cable, so as normal, just unplug gently. Wheel this one out. And there's your DVD drive, and there we go. The slim is open. xKey gets inserted here, and I guess we'll show you that in the next little video.